I don't know how wise it is for me to spend like 2 hours washing my truck and then come in here and try and make a video, but we're going to see if we can make it happen. We did a video months ago, we'll just say that because I don't keep up with dates. Jinhao 10. And of all the Jinhaos that I've reviewed, like I didn't really like none of them. But this was the one I hated the least. So I realized watching some video somewhere, Jinhao 20 is a thing now. So we're going to look at this. Welcome back to Stormin' Norman Says. I'm Stormin' Norman, fresh out of the yard, washing my truck, and I got things to say. And I'm hot, and I'm tired, but we're gonna make this happen. So, I don't know, I was probably watching like a review, that's probably what it was. A review, and this dude was talking about the Jinhao 20, and I was like, oh, they got a 20 now. I got the 10. We've done the 10. I inked up both of these, by the way, so we can compare them. And like, this was okay. If y'all watched the review I did on it a while back, like, it was my first clicky fountain pen, and like, it was okay. It seemed to dry out. Like, if you didn't use it for like a week, it would like dry out. And I saw a review of the Jinhao 20, and they were talking about how it's a little bit smaller, and it is too. But there are some interesting similarities that I found with these pens, and I'm not sure if I like the skinnier. I think I like the smaller one better, but we'll take it down on the top of the desk here because there's some things that are interesting about this. Some mysteries have been unraveled. Alright, I had to change the lens out there. Get you a little bit closer of a look here. So, y'all seen the Jinhao 10 that we did a review on. I got it in all black, stealth murdered out. And I got it in the fine nib. But that's not what's in it. And we're going to talk about that because it's cool, but it's also not super surprising. I got this one in the black, gloss black with the silver accents or whatever you want to call it. And I got this one in a medium nib. And that is where the learning came in. A pad out here. So, just to get down to it, the nib, I don't know what you call it. It's kind of a modular thing. I'm sure y'all know. So you got the converter, which attaches to a very dirty. Good gracious. Let me get a paper towel. So like I said, you got the thing I can't remember the name of. Converter slides into the metal housing there, which connects to the feed and the nib. And it's all one thing. And the thing that I wish Jinhao would do, if you're listening out there, Jinhao, I cannot see how much ink is in that. Like when you plunge it down, put it in your ink bottle, pull it back up, the plunger stops. Like where the end of that metal thing is. If y'all can see that. So, I have no idea how much ink is in there. There's no ink window or anything where I can see. So I just have to guess. I just have to hope. I put it in the ink bottle. And I did it like 3 or 4 times. Like, surely it's got to be full of ink at this point. So this is actually the one that came with that. That is the medium nib. This is the fine nib that came in this, because if you're wondering, they are interchangeable. I wouldn't say they're exactly the same. It kind of looks like that one's a little bit bigger, but they fit. That's really all that matters. It fits. And like I said, I have no idea how much ink I have in there. This is the fine nib that I've been putting in here because I started writing with the medium, and I didn't particularly care for it because it was like a lot. It was a lot. I'm going to show you here in a minute. Let me put it back together and I shall show you. There is a little right there when you're trying to use this nib and this. It's like it's not, there's a little oop, it stops, and then you just give it a little push and it goes on in there. But other than that, it works just fine. So this is the medium. And this, the ink I have in this is the Smoke Noir. As I asked in the members only video, I asked what ink y'all would want me to put in my new one. And there was 2 people who commented, each with a different color. And so I did like a coin flip thing. So I put in here the brown, I believe, the coffee brown that I had. Let's make sure I'm telling the truth here. And it ain't gonna write, which brings me to my revelation. It doesn't write starting out. It's pretty crappy. But eventually, so here's the conclusion I've come to why I don't like Jinhao. So as you can, like their medium nib, I can live with that in certain situations. But like I said, that's a bit, I write kind of small, and that's kind of a lot of ink for somebody who writes small. But it writes a heck of a lot better than the fine nib. And I think that's why I don't like Jinhao. Because in the past, all my Jinhaos have been fine nibs, because that's what I like to use, is fine nibs. And I have hated every single one of them that I've tried, because it's just not flowing. It's just not. And when you leave it for a couple days, then it's really a pain in the butt. Look at this crap. It don't come out, and that's how they've all been. If y'all remember the review I did of the Jinhao 82, that was the same problem I had with it, was that the daggum ink just don't come out of a fine nib. But their medium nib, it's ink all day long. So there's no happy place for me when it comes to Jinhao. Because like I said, the medium nib, like it writes great. All the ink comes out. No skipping, no hard starting, anything like that. It's just, medium nib is just too much for my liking. I don't care for all that thickness on the lines there. And on the other end of the spectrum, the nib I do like to use, the fine nib, it don't work worth a mess. And that's been every Jinhao I've tried except for, well, yeah, even the big one. Even the big number 8. I don't think I have any ink in it. The big number 8 nib, that was Jinhao, wasn't it? Pretty sure it was, yes. I don't think I have any ink in it though. No, it's empty. But that was the same problem I had with this number 8 nib, which is also a fine, was that the ink didn't want to come out. So, me and Jinhao, man, we're oil and water, it would seem. And that's a shame because I like these pins. Really like this one. I'll probably put the medium nib back in it. But it's not as big around as this one. So the clip, which was kind of my bugaboo on this one, I don't know, it doesn't seem to bother me as much. What bothers me is that crappy line right there. So, I mean, I guess it is what it is. So, I mean, I don't know what else to say. Me and Jinhao, we were just not meant to be. And if you like Jinhao, that's wonderful. But me and Jinhao is like the couple that just keeps trying to get back together and make it work, and it just don't work. It just don't. So unfortunately, their medium nibs are fine. They're alright. They write well. Got no complaints about them. But I don't like medium nibs. I like fine. And their fine nibs are trash. Every one I've had. And what have we had from Jinhao? We had the Jinhao 82. We had the Jinhao 10. We had this Jinhao that I don't know what number it is. I think I had a long number, like 90, 97 or something. We've had the Jinhao 20. I think that's all the Jinhaos we've had. Maybe, wasn't this a Jinhao 2? I don't remember if this was a Jinhao. I believe it was. Or it was a Hongdian. There's no branding on it. Also, I'm blind, so there's that. Let me see if my magnifying glass. No, this is Hongdian. So not this one. This one was actually pretty good. Does it have ink in it? It still does. Still writes like a dream too. So all the Jinhaos I've had that had fine nibs were not my cup of tea, unfortunately. But you know what? There's plenty of other fish in the sea. I like Hongdians so far. I like Asvines. And there's some other Mahjong. What is this one? Also Hongdian. Another good one. It's just me and Jinhao. It's time for us to just go our separate ways. And you know, it's sad to come to this conclusion, but it's just best for us to move on, see other people, and I wish Jinhao all the best. You know, I hope someday they get it all figured out. Like I said, they're medium nibs. Fantastic. At least this one that I've tried. They're fine nibs. Not so much. I need to go back to the drawing board on that one. Anyhow, that's not to say that I won't continue with these to try and maybe make them work properly. Maybe if I keep on. This makes me want to throw it across the room. But maybe I'll keep using the ones I have. I'm just not going to add no more to the collection. But there you have it. The Jinhao 20. Apart from the nib, like the whole pen. It's like if you have a Jinhao 10, like I'm assuming this is a clone of a Vanishing Point. So if you have a, and this is a clone of something else. Like somebody said what it was, but I don't remember what it was. But this is just a little bit smaller in diameter than this one. So if this one is a little bit too much for you, a little bit too big around, this one is not. It's also, it's a tad, like 2 millimeters shorter. And it's lighter because it's probably made of plastic and not metal like that one is. And not as big around. A little bit easier to grip, if you know what I mean. So, adios, Jinhao. I've ridden my last rodeo with you. We'll be moving on to explore other brands. Like I need some more Asvines. I need some more Hongdians, some Majans. Feel free to put in the comments below any of the pins from those brands that I should try. I got, this is a Hongdian, the number 8 nib, whatever number that is. The Hongdian M2. Is it M2? Yes, M2. And the Asvine Whatchamadoodad, whatever number that is. So we need to dive more into that and leave Jinhao in our dust. So I appreciate y'all watching today. Hopefully this video helped you. Maybe. Or maybe it just showed you that, you know, I'm a weirdo. But with so many fountain pen options out there, like, it's okay if you don't like one. Like, there's a lot of people that don't like Lamy. A lot of people that don't like Twisby. So this is the one I don't like. Jinhao. But appreciate y'all watching. Hopefully it helped y'all out. Maybe if you're thinking of picking up one. Not saying that yours is going to be like mine. Especially if you like medium nibs. If you're a medium nib person thinking about getting a Jinhao, go for it, because their medium nib is sweet. I really like it. It's just, I'd prefer a fine nib, and their fine nib is trash. So, appreciate ya. This video will be out on Monday. Hope y'all had a good Thanksgiving weekend. I'm not ready to go back to work at all, but it is what it is. Next video, have no idea. Have no clue what the next video is going to be. It's been a holiday weekend, so I ain't really been keeping track of my ideas and stuff like that. But we'll have something, I'm sure. So stay tuned for that. And if you ain't watched the live video that we did Friday, which the Black Friday deals might be like a little bit of a moot point now because Black Friday's over. But Cyber Monday is coming up, and I'm pretty sure a lot of those deals for Black Friday are just going to roll over to Cyber Monday. Because I went looking for some stuff the other night, and it said Cyber Monday instead of Black Friday. And all y'all did was change the tag on it. But the rest of the stuff in the Ramblethon that we did live Friday, y'all can go watch the replay. It's up. But a lot of the other stuff will still be relevant if you want to go watch that and give it a check, give it a look. Well, I told you I'm tired. Been washing my truck, and I'm a little bit too anal retentive, I think is the word, for washing my truck. Because if I see one little thing I missed, I got to go back and get it. I wash the truck, I go back over it again, look for spots I missed, and get them again. And you know how it is. That's a whole video for another day. I took something that shouldn't be that big of a deal, and I started watching a bunch of detail videos on YouTube, and now I have to drag out all this crap. Pressure washer and foam cannon to wash my car, my truck. But it's clean. Not the inside, but the outside. Anyway, appreciate y'all watching. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to share the video. Don't forget to comment down below. Tell me what kind of Asvine or whatever other little Chinese brand you think I should try other than Jinhao. And if you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button to become a subscriber. If you also want to hit the join button and become a member. I didn't put out no members only video this week because it was a holiday and it was a little bit, all over the place. But we'll get back on that next week. Appreciate y'all members. Appreciate y'all that are subscribed. I've been Stormy Norman. I've said things. I will catch you in the next one.